everyone, it's Tammy Pally, aka the Crafty Princess and Doll Collector, and welcome to another episode of Crafts and Dollies. Today I'm going to look back on the past year, 2018. I'm going to talk about dolls that have come and gone, as well as some of my crafting endeavors that I have done over the past year and kind of recently as well. So I hope you guys settle in, find a doll to hang with, maybe get a cup of tea. And before I just jump into it, I should also say thank you. I know, a very small following, but I do appreciate all of those who stop by occasionally and enjoy my videos and talk to me on Facebook. Please feel free to join me also over on my Facebook group called Dolly Daily. I'll put a link down below, you know the drill. And I'm also on Instagram. I'm not on there as much, but I am on there off and on, so you can also follow me over there. I'll put all my pertinent social media links down below. So yeah, let's move on to the dolls. All right, we'll start with the dolls. So this past year, 2018, and I'm going to kind of count the last couple of weeks, sort of. I don't remember that today is, what is it, January 19th? Yeah, so my January kind of merged into my December because I've been really busy at my school job. So, but the past year I have acquired 13 dolls, all of different kinds and not all Blythe, so I will talk about that. But I have also released back into the Dolly Wild 8 of those 13 dolls, or not even of those, but 8 dolls I let go, 13 dolls I welcomed in. So I'm going to talk about each one a little bit briefly. I have some of them here. I did not bring them all in here. And of course, if you go back and look at some of the past videos I have filmed over the past year, you will see box openings and updates to the dolls as well. Hopefully the lighting's not too bad. The sun is kind of coming and going, but we expect a big storm tomorrow. So I realized if I'm going to film, I better just do it, because it's going to get dark and nasty pretty soon. But, so one doll that I don't have with me is Pretty Peony. I purchased her in 2018. She was a stock Takara doll, Blythe Neo, and I purchased her, and I did not have her very long, and I realized I was not in love, and so I sold her. So that's one of the 13. Also, Pebble Cake, she is my only midi that I have. She is a Takara midi Blythe. I did not bring her out. She's hanging out in the curio with Romantic Alice Pull-Up and Buell, who is the Romantic Queen? Right. So I have those three together. I've done videos on them all. So yeah, she's my only midi, and I like her, but I'm just not in love with the midis. You know, I don't have anything against them. They're awfully cute. I actually bought a couple fake ones, which are on my list of having sold, but I just think I really prefer the Neos. What can I say? So no reason to apologize. All right, another interesting doll I purchased over the past year was a Leica Chan doll, and I don't have her here either. I have her head somewhere around here. I don't know where, but I purchased her with the thought of using her body. And when I got her, you'll see the unboxing. I was actually pretty impressed. They're very cute dolls. If you're looking for some relatively inexpensive dolls to collect, definitely I suggest checking those out. But yes, eventually I did pop her head off, and I think I put her body on my Disco Boogie doll. Yeah. And then finally, one of my Grail dolls appeared, and that is Roxy Baby, who I do happen to have here. Roxy, hello. She is super cute. I ended up getting her used, no stock, from a good friend of mine who's actually the first person who introduced me to Blythe. And I remember thinking, Jean, if you're watching, that Jean had lost her mind. Little did I know I would later lose my mind as well. But yeah, she is super cute. She is part of my Neo sub collection of tan dollies, so I got her, yippee-doo-dah. And I guess next to her, of course, you can see is Paradise Girl, who she's also a Grail doll, somebody I thought I would never be able to find in decent enough shape to purchase, and in not only in good shape, because a lot of people like to customize her, or you'll find a lot of people who have customized her didn't do such a great job. But she could be kind of pricey. In fact, recently I saw her on Mandrake, new in box for, I want to say, was it $700 or so? I did not pay that much for her, but I did sell lots and lots of stuff to purchase her. I sold lots of other dolls and rolled the money into her because to me I think she was worth it. She's a very limited doll. So and she's also part of my tan dollies, which eventually I will probably do a video just on the tan dolls, but we have 2 of them here today. And let's see who else. I got a little list here so don't forget somebody. Oh, Tasha Mermaid. You won't see her here because I sold her, right? Again, I've done a couple of videos on her. And then, of course, my fave, Tootie, right over here. She is a custom doll from Funny Funny Doll on Etsy. I adore her. In fact, she does a lot of modeling for me in my Etsy shop. So you will see her on Instagram, in my Etsy shop, on my Facebook feed, especially in my Kawaii Doll Shop page as my top model. And somebody the other day even messaged me because right now I have, it's last today and tomorrow, so the 19th and the 20th. I have 30% off all the dresses in my doll shop right now. And so somebody had messaged me because I posted about the sale, and I had a picture of her. And she messaged me, she was like, through Etsy, and she was like, "Is that doll for sale?" No, she's not. I love her. Never gonna get rid of that doll. So she's gorgeous, mohair, just, I mean, the epitome of the perfect custom doll. And let's see, the other custom doll I got was this little girl here who I call Bunny. Here, let me take my bracelets off because they're banging. But yeah, so I got Bunny over here. I also purchased her from a good friend, dolly friend, I will say, that somebody I trust, let's put it that way, who I've seen on a lot of the boards. And so she had a few issues, but nothing too major, and I rebodied her, and she's a very sweet little doll. And let's see, who else did I get? Oh, I purchased Sunshine Holiday, who I did not take out of the curio, but she's been hanging out here with these 2 tan girls. She is super cute. She really wasn't on my radar right away. I for the longest time I wanted these 2 girls, and then, you know, once I started looking around, I realized, wow, I really like the tan dolls. Why don't I try to collect all the tan dolls? Which I'm still working on. And let's see, who else do I have? Those are, oh, V-Smash. I just want to stick around here. V-Smash, she's over here. You see her? So V-Smash was also a doll. I ended up getting her, who did I get her from? I purchased her, not new in box. She was pre-owned, no stock or anything, in amazing shape, great, perfect condition. But I got a pretty good price on her because I didn't have any of the stock, which I really didn't want anyway. So, so those are all of the Blythe dolls. This little dolly over here is Marie Antoinette, who I actually recently purchased. So again, you'll see a video of her, another good dolly friend of mine. I had mentioned on Facebook and a couple of groups that I was looking for a pull-up doll to model the doll dresses that I make on my Etsy shop. I want to be able to show, you know, that, you know, different bodies, you know, wearing the same type of dress and everything. So she happened to have Marie Antoinette, who she re-wigged and sold to me at a very reasonable price. And so she is also a full-time model for the Etsy shop. And let's see, speaking of models, you can see these big girls back here, okay? I am now segue a little bit into the 18-inch dolls. Those are both our generation dolls. The blonde is the beekeeper named Cassidy. You don't see her hair, but it's gorgeous and curly, and, you know, again, I have videos of her. And the redhead doll, I have videotaped, but I have not edited and uploaded it as of the filming of this video. Her name is Joy. She is not the best quality in the world, but I wanted to get these dolls because I want to make clothing, and so it's very, very helpful when you're making doll clothes to actually have a doll, you know, to try the clothes on as you work on them. But also, of course, since I have the little Etsy shop, I wanted to have a doll to model the clothing as well. And so I got Cassie at first, And around the same time, I also purchased, how many other dolls? Three other Our Generation dolls, which I've done unboxings of. Those were all purchased simply with the idea of regifting them. I gifted them to my grandnieces, but I went ahead and did the unboxing. Getting them out of the box is a royal pain. But when we did give them as gifts, there were other things that we gave with them. We gave some clothing that was boxed up, some Our Generation clothes, and of course some clothes I made for them too. But we also got, my sister got that one of the girls one of those horses, the little Our Generation horses. They're actually really big, and the other two got a little what is it, dune buggy type thing. And getting those out of the box and all that stuff off of them when you have a 4-year-old and 2 2-year-olds ready to go, I was glad. I was like, glad I took those dolls out of the box already, because they're in there really well. So yeah, so it was like I had to get me a doll too, right? So those are all the dolls. That's 13 that I acquired over the last year, and I would say probably of those, I really ended up getting 3 of my Grail dolls. Roxy, Paradise Girl, and V-Smash are ones that I had my eye on for quite a long time. And then as far as releasing some dolls out into the, releasing dolls back into the world, and finding good homes for them, very early on I sold my Shelley Victorian doll. She found an owner who really, really likes her and has done some wonderful photography with her. Of course, I already mentioned Tasha Mermaid, and I mentioned Pretty Peony, and I mentioned the 2 Fakey Middies. I sold a couple of Fakey Neo-sized dolls that I had purchased. One of them, yeah, one of those I was going to customize, but never really, that did not come to fruition. So I realized I should just sell that doll. And then the other one, I really, really liked her, even though she was a Fakey. She was super cute, beautiful blonde. I sold her in my Etsy shop, and I think the person who purchased her is not going to customize her as far as I know, but she's very similar in looks to the new Neo Blythe that's coming out this month. She's already released, let's see, her name's Asha Elvira, and I have not received her yet, but I did pre-order her. So, and then see, who else did I sell? Oh, just recently I sold Sprite Beauty. So I had her on a Facebook group for sale for quite a while at a semi-reduced price than what you would buy her new in box right now from CC Toys. But I didn't really get a lot of interest. I got a little bit, but nobody said, yes, I want to buy her. And I reduced her price once, still no bites, and finally I thought, you know what? I just need to let this girl go. So I drastically reduced her price I just said, I did a flash sale. I think I called it a flash sale. I was just going to do it for 2 days. If somebody didn't pipe up in 2 days, that price was going back up. I had 2 people asking me to buy the doll. So, so she's gone. All right. So yeah, so they've come in and they've come out. And I'm happy with that. I probably have a couple more dolls. I'm really thinking seriously of selling my Disco Boogie. She's an EBL. She's okay. Her hair's kind of interesting. It's an interesting color, but it's not, I've done a few spas on her and it just feels weird to me still. And honestly, I know a lot of people are big fans of the EBL mold. She is my only EBL, and she's not my favorite. That's not my favorite mold. I like the SBL. So, what can I say? So, that's what I just gravitate towards. She is a cute doll. I have her on like I said, the Leica body right now, which looks really cute with her, honestly. But I have her original body, so I might put the original body back on and sell her pretty soon, if anybody's out there interested, by the way. And then I am also thinking of selling my Winterish Allure, who also I used quite a bit as a model in my Etsy shop. I do really like that doll, but I don't know. I don't necessarily dislike her, but she's not one of my favorites now. So I'm thinking of selling her. So again, and these dolls would be without stock or anything like that. Just FYI. And I guess I will add on here to the selling of doll things. I have a couple of fakies, honestly. excuse the camera. I got it on a table, so it's going to probably. This girl is a fakie. She's in my Etsy shop right now. I've got her for sale in there, and this other doll is going to be in there very soon. I just got to take some pictures of her. I'm selling both of these dolls in the customization section of my Etsy shop. They're nice, they're beautiful, but like I said, things have got to go. I'm culling out, and so some of these beautiful dolls will be finding new homes very soon. I've had a lot of interest. She's got some really nice tan skin, so I've had quite a bit of interest on her, but nobody's piped up yet to purchase her. So yeah, so that's the comings and goings of the dolls. As far as generally when I look back over some of my videos over the years, it was actually kind of cool when I'm trying to remember who did I buy, which doll did I buy at what time, and like I can go to my timeline over my playlist on YouTube and go, oh, that I bought her that month. There you go. There's the box opening. Very, very handy. So some of the things that I guess when I started looking over those videos that came to mind, some revelations, I guess you could say. I don't really have any goals specifically for the next year, but I realized there were some things that kind of changed. I realized, first of all, that I'm not going to be an intense customizing doll person. I'm just not into doing the carving and the face-ups that are required. Rebody, changing the bodies, I'm fine with, and doing some little minor things like that, yes, but I'm not going to be the queen of customizing as I had planned. Changing the rings out, all that kind of thing, that's the easy stuff. That's as far as I'm going to go, I think, with customizing. Sewing is really the thing for me right now, really, is making the dresses and that kind of thing. And let's see, what else? So, oh, and on that end, I ended up getting a new sewing machine this year. So that was another addition here to my crafting and my doll making, dolly type stuff. Some other things that changed over the past year. I've got my little list here. Oh, my Crafts and Dollies episodes. Those started off, I think I changed, they were wine and dollies, then they were yarn and dollies, and then I was just like, I don't just do yarn stuff, so I changed them to Crafts and Dollies. And I don't have any specific dates that I post videos or film them. It really just depends on when I have time to do it. My job can be very demanding. I'm an English teacher at a local state college and full-time, and my plate is like really high, really full right now. So love the job, but it can be it can require that I work a lot on the weekends sometimes. So what are you gonna do? So some other things, one thing I noticed when I was looking at those videos, I'm always saying that I'm on a dolly diet. So I've learned that the dolly diet never ends. It's kind of like the food diet. It never ends. You're always going to be on it. You're always going to start a new leaf, or at least that's me. That's how it works out for me. The other thing I did big time this year, I guess really last summer, yeah, I think August, I opened a new Etsy shop. I had another one, and I kind of just left that one. The other one had jewelry and everything in it, and I just totally opened a totally brand new one. And it's not going like gangbusters. Again, my time is limited, and of course there are lots and lots of doll shops out there that have amazing, supplies and doll dresses and dolls themselves. So, I'm one of many, many people doing this. But something that kind of came out of it is I realized how, I won't say difficult, I'll say challenging. Photography with these dolls can be really challenging. I wish, again, I had more time because I do like it. That's actually one of the things I when I'm taking photographs of the dolls in the dresses, and styling them and staging them for pictures for the Etsy shop, it's a big chunk of time. But it's kind of fun. I really like it. It's like, oh, what prop am I gonna put? I try to keep it pretty simple because I want the focus to be on the item I'm selling. Even though the dolls are adorable, I don't want to have a lot of clutter around it. I want it to be really clear that I'm selling this thing, not the 20 things around it. But even if I only put one or two little props in there, or, you know, switch out their shoes or whatever, I do kind of find that enjoyable. So that's something. And oh, my doll jewelry, that did not sell really well, but I did have a good time making it. And I enjoy wearing it myself. So that was something that was different. I hadn't done that before. But yeah, that's kind of my review of 2018. I guess I'll leave it there. I'm still doing crafts and dollies. I'll continue to do them. I'm still sewing. I have some kind of new sewing plans. I guess once I have ordered some stuff, so once I get that in, I will maybe share that with you. Along with sewing, of course, I'm still doing crochet. I just finished this little afghan, and I bought some new big old chunky yarn to make another one, because this is my evening chill out. I'm exhausted from grading papers. Do double crochet for 2 hours watching television before I go to bed. Project. So, but yeah, I guess I'll just leave it there. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful Dolly Day and a wonderful 2019. I'd love to hear what's going on with you for 2019. Is there anything when you look back on 2018 in your crafts or your dollies collecting or your doll crafting that you are kind of surprised at when you start to think about what you would plan to do versus what you did do? Is there anything in 2019 that you'd like to tackle, something new in your crafting or doll collecting that you'd like to tackle? Please leave a comment below. And of course, see me on Facebook. And that's it. Have a wonderful Dolly Day. Bye.